Welcome to our video tutorial for Miss Walter's class. Today we will do a review of the skills and concepts that we covered yesterday in our Introduction to Research, and then today we'll show you how to use and navigate EBSCO databases as well as cite articles from the EBSCO databases. So let's get started. On our agenda today, we're going to review a few cosmetic changes to our research guide. We're going to recap our skills set from yesterday, Wednesday, April 13th. We're going to review your graphic organizer that you have received in class today on our process of research, and then we'll talk about the EBSCO databases. The first thing we want to draw your attention to is a change in the navigation bar for our research guide. Yesterday we had the pages organized by horizontal tabs at the top of the page, but we have moved this today to be a vertical navigation bar. We think that this will be a little bit easier on your eyes and make it simpler for you to navigate the three main pages. Yesterday we learned quite a few skills. We learned how to access our research guide. You can get to it either through your Edmodo classroom, or you can use the tiny URL that we have provided. We learned how to log into Mac and VIA. We learned how to access our project resource group in Mac and VIA. We learned how to search Gale databases, how to download Gale articles from those databases to Google Drive. We learned how to use the highlights and notes features in Gale databases. We learned how to cite sources from Gale databases with EasyWeb. And then, of course, we learned how to help you sign up or upgrade your existing free account in EasyWeb to our paid edition. And then we also learned how to create our project for our research assignment in EasyWeb. So we knocked out quite a few skills. We want to remind you that when you're working on your assignment these first few days, our process is going to the research guide, logging into your EasyWeb account, making sure that you open the bibliography for your project. That's a critical step so that your citations go to the right place. We want you then to make sure that from the guide you open our Mac and VIA group so that you have all the EBSCO and Gale databases at your fingertips. And then skim and scan articles of interest from one or both sets of databases. When you see articles that you like, we want you to make sure that you export the citations into EasyWeb. You can always delete them later if you decide not to use that source in the paper. But right now we want to cast a broad net so that we can gather and collect as many articles as possible. We also want to remind you that when we're talking about our research databases, we're thinking about these online libraries that we give you access to because either we, our school district, or the state of Georgia pays for access to them. And the two companies that are publishing the databases that we're using for this assignment are Gale and EBSCO. Our Gale databases include Opposing Viewpoints, Student Resources in Context, Science in Context, and Gale Virtual Reference Library. Our EBSCO databases that you'll see today include Academic Search Complete, Environment Complete, if you have a topic related to Chew on This that ties in to the bigger umbrella of the environment, Moss Ultra, and then Explora Secondary. Remember that within these databases, you may find research articles from academic journals, magazines, newspapers, ebooks, reference articles, podcasts, videos, and even images. Let's now switch over to our research guide and let's learn how to use our EBSCO databases. Alright, so I have logged into my EasyWeb account and I have my bibliography open for my project. Mine's going to be on junk food. And then I want to make sure that I am on the research guide page, and remember that our first page will get you to our Mac and VIA group. The link to access our Mac and VIA group is directly beneath the screenshot of Mackin. I'm going to click on the link, and remember that for us, our login is our Windows login. So for you as students, it'll be your student number and the password that you picked at the beginning of the year. Make sure that you select Chattahoochee High School from the drop-down menu. Please make sure also that you are using our link from the research guide so that you can go directly to our Fulton County School District Mackin portal and land directly on our group that we have created for this assignment. So yesterday we looked at the Gale databases. We have for you today the EBSCO databases. And you'll know that you're choosing an EBSCO database because you will either see EBSCO in the title and or the subtitle. Academic Search Complete is probably going to have the most articles. These articles are going to be a little bit more complex or at a little bit higher reading level than what you saw in Gale yesterday. This will give you access to magazine articles, newspaper articles, and some reference materials, but you'll also be able to find more scholarly research articles if that's something you feel you need. EBSCO Environment Complete has a variety of different resources on topics related to the environment, so if you're choosing something that kind of falls under that umbrella, you may want to dip your toe in that database. MOS Ultra is a kind of a general all-purpose research tool for high school students. You may want to take a look at that. And then a new database that we have from EBSCO this year is Explora Secondary. And this is just a nice search interface that makes it easier to look at a lot of different EBSCO databases at once. The search interface is pretty much the same for all four of these. We'll focus in this lesson on Academic Search Complete as well as Explora Secondary. However, the skills that you see will also translate to the other two EBSCO databases. So let's start with Academic Search Complete. So we're going to type in our search terms. And as you begin to type your search terms, you'll notice that the EBSCO databases, just a second, excuse me, the EBSCO databases will try to help you pick a search term or a combination of search terms. And you can go with one of their suggestions. Sometimes this is very helpful. You might also choose to ignore those suggestions and go with your own combination of words or phrase. I'm going to focus on junk food and obesity. Start with that. So this gives me roughly 417 results, and that's not too bad, but we want to make this a little bit more manageable and strategic for searching. EBSCO provides something called search filters, which help you limit or expand your results, and those tools are over here in the left toolbar. The first limiter that we recommend is checking the box for full text. This way you're sure to get only articles that you can read in their entirety. Another filter that we like is the publication date. Do we need something from 1994? Probably not. We recommend changing the publication date filter to the last 3 to 5 years. You just drag the slider and you can see obviously that took it down quite a bit from a lot of results, 200 and something to 74. The other filter that you may like is source type. So what type of publication is it? Do you want a newspaper? Do you want a research scholarly journal? Or do you want a magazine? For this assignment, a good starting point for us as 9th graders is selecting magazines. These will give you great information at a readable level. Now I have taken my results down and I can begin browsing the different results that are available. And again, you can go to the second page if you need to do that. Alright, so I see this article and this looks very interesting to me. So I'm going to open that link. And when you land on this page, this is not the article, but instead it's just a quick snapshot of publication information. It gives you subject terms, which will tell you some of the topics that will be discussed in this video, or excuse me, this article. And then there's something called an abstract. This is a brief summary of the article. It is not the article, and it is not enough to read only the abstract. This tool is to help you decide, do you want to actually read the full text article? To open the article, we have to look over on the left, and in EBSCO databases, all articles will be available either as HTML full text, which you could select by clicking that option, and if you do, there's a listen-friendly version, The other choice that you may see is PDF, and this is a digitized scan of the original print publication. Sometimes you will get both choices. Other times you may only get one choice. So go with whatever is available, or if you have a choice, choose the format that works best for you. If it's a PDF, you can print directly from the screen, or you can download that PDF. If you don't want to print or save it, you can use the email tool and email that article to yourself as an attachment. The other option or tool that we'll want to use is called the export tool. This is going to be directly above the paper clip, and it looks like a sheet of paper with a green arrow. This is what we will use to get the citation. So I'm going to select the export button, and using this export manager, I'm going to select EasyBib. Remember that yesterday in Gale, EasyBib was at the top of the list. In EBSCO databases, it is the last choice. Again, double check and make sure you have your bibliography open so that the citation goes to your project folder. I'm now going to select Save, and I will have another tab open. And now that article has been added to my list, and you can see it here. Note that as you add your articles, these will be automatically put in alphabetical order using MLA style, and should you realize you've accidentally grabbed the same article twice, you can always go to More and delete an entry, or if you decide you're just not going to use that resource anymore, you can always delete it. Okay? So eventually we'll learn how to export this into Microsoft Word, but right now we're just collecting leads on possible articles to use to build up our research project. Going back to the EBSCO interface, once you're done reading the article and working with it, you can go back and continue to browse your results. Okay. Please note that we do not have the ability right now to send these articles to Google Drive. That option is only available in schools that are using Google Classroom for education, and we are not in that group at this time. If you choose to use EBSCO Environment Complete or EBSCO Moz Ultra, the search interface is exactly the same. Explore Secondary is our other EBSCO tool, and it works in a similar manner, but the initial search page is a little different. Some students like this because it's very colorful, very pretty, and it might remind them of Gale. However, it does work like any of the standalone EBSCO databases. So again, it's going to try and help me get a good search phrase or a combination of search terms. So again, you can make your own choice, or you can go with one of the suggestions. And again, we're going to use those exact same tools. With Explorer Secondary, full text is already pre-selected for you, but you still will want to filter by publication date. And then if you still have a lot of results, which right now I do not, but if you still have a lot of results, you might want to decide, do you want magazines or books? And again, when you find an article that's of interest to you, then you can go with the HTML or PDF version. You can print it, email it, or again, send that directly to EasyBib using the export tool. And again, I'm going to select direct export to EasyBib. Just select import. Don't change anything here. And now we have our article added to our list. Okay. One thing we also want to remind you of is that as we add articles, you'll notice that you will have additional tabs opening for EasyBib. So periodically, just kind of clean those up. And if you're not sure if you're on the most recent version, just hit F5 and refresh the page. And then you can see the most current version. And of course, all of that's saved automatically because we're in the cloud. Thank you for watching our tutorial video on using the EBSCO databases for this research assignment. If you need help after hours, please see Ms. Walter, or you can email me, Ms. Hamilton, after hours for assistance with the research question or on using any of these tools. Thank you.